Hey there, Scott Montgomery, the Landscape Networker, coming to you from a pool that we have completed. You can see here it's a nice concrete gunite pool with an aqua bright finish called Mediterranean Blue. You can see we have several applications here. We had to put pavers in certain areas. You can see that's the old concrete decking on the other side. We had to do that because we had different elevations in here. And in order to compensate for that, we had to add another application, which was the pavers. We did not want to go with the traditional stamped concrete that is originally here, just because eventually the client or homeowner will probably do all pavers in here. So it's about a 30-year-old pool deck that we had. It was an old Buster Crab pool, but this, you've probably been searching for the reason why your coping has cracked, or the most necessary and critical portion of the end of a pool project itself. And we're gonna hone right in here. Now this is a self-leveling sealant. You might have always wondered what that rubber joint is in between a coping and whatever it is the application is. You can see here we have pavers meeting limestone. Now if we had put these pavers against the limestone, guaranteed it would crack the entire coping in a winter here. We're in New Jersey, we're in Mendham, New Jersey specifically, and again, the most critical portion of this is getting a joint in between the coping and the decking. And you can see here's the old concrete deck. You can see the joint runs all the way through. Now we've actually sprinkled on a little bit of polymeric sand on the top of it so that it looks a little bit more natural and not so much like rubber. You can see on this side we're just making our way around this side of the pool. On the bottom of this joint, you can see how wide that is. That's a ½ inch gap by about 2 inches deep. We've actually added some play sand on the bottom. As you can see, putting in a little sand on the bottom. And it's basically because you don't need to go completely down all the way to the bottom with the self-leveling sealant. It's not necessary. Most important part is that none of these applications are touching each other. All right, because it becomes very costly. These tubes of these are like $15 a tube. We've gone through about 16 tubes right now, so you can see the cost involved in it. Now I'm going to come across this side. And you can see this side has been done already, and I'm going to come right into this self-leveling sealant. You can see it's very tacky right now, and they call it self-leveling sealant because as you take it out of the tube, it actually just levels off itself. Really cool process. The major reason you need to put this in is to allow flexibility, because when you have two pieces of concrete that are not attached together and you have winter and the ground freezes and thaws, what happens? Something has to give, and it's usually the coping. Now this is a coping limestone. You can see it's an 18-inch thick by 2 inches thick by 5-foot long pieces. This coping itself cost approximately $6,000. So you can see the investment that you're putting into this. Can you imagine if you don't put this joint in and then next year the entire thing cracks? Now, if you're in New Jersey and you're looking for a pool contractor or somebody to fix your crack coping, make sure that they are doing this exact same process, because I've seen it time and time again where it has not been done, and down the road it leads to a tremendous problem. All right, with that said, hope you got some value out of this. Again, on top of this joint here, we're going to actually put some polymeric sand so that it actually looks a little bit more natural. All right, with that said, Landscape Networker, find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. With that said, have a great day.